Hello everyone, welcome back to MTech ICT Basics. My name is Isinguma Mauya once again. We are going to start off with our series on ICT Basics, and we are going to begin with a topic that is the computer software. So I'll be organizing some notes. I try to explain. Where you don't understand, please don't hesitate to contact me via comment section and my WhatsApp number. So let us begin our presentation for today. As I've said, we are beginning with the computer software. So we shall begin with the definition of a computer software. So computer software in simple terms is a set of instructions that tell computer hardware what to do and how to do it. For example, if you have a document that you want to type, you must be having some program that is going to help you type that document, save it, and maybe print it. So that program is the one that we are calling a computer software. And what you have to know is that computer software cannot be touched, unlike the hardware. For computer software, it is intangible, you cannot touch it. We have some types of computer software, whereby we have system software and the application software. System software, they are software that help to maintain and run the hardware of the computer, and they give a platform for the application software to run. For example, we shall look at the operating system as an example of a system software, whereby in order for you to install any other application, you must have installed the operating system first. So here the definition for computer system software goes: it is a computer software designed to operate and control the computer hardware and provide a platform for running application software or application programs. So we are saying that computer software has different categories or different types, whereby there are three main categories. That is operating system, utility software or utility programs. The other one is programming language. So let us try and look at these types in details. That is a operating system. So what is an operating system? An operating system is a generalized program that manages and coordinates all activities taking place within a computer. For example, we said that in order for us to use application softwares, we must have first installed the operating system, because it is the one that is going to manage all the activities that must take place within a computer. So we usually call the operating system, we refer it to as the engine of the computer. Without the engine of the computer, it cannot run. Then there is some small software that must be in between the operating system and the hardware in order for the two to communicate. That small program, we call it device driver. So we are saying a device driver is a small program that is going to help your operating system to communicate with the devices attached to the computer. For example, you can talk of the mouse, the keyboard, microphone, etc. So all those devices, in order to communicate, they must be using a device driver. We have some examples of operating systems. The common operating systems are Windows operating system, whereby you have different versions. You can talk of Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 10, and so on and so forth. Then we have some command line operating systems. For example, we have Linux, we have Mac, we have Sun, we have Unix, and so on and so forth. And then we go ahead to look at the functions of the operating system. The operating system has different functions, and these include initial starter. It acts as the initial starter of the computer. What do I mean by initial starter? Initial starter means that before the computer starts, it is the operating system that must start first. Before you open any other program, it is you first switch on the computer, and once you have switched on the computer, it is your operating system that is going to start first in order for all the other programs to start. So it is an initial start of the computer. The other function is closing and opening your files. If you have any file on your computer that you want to open, it is the work of this operating system that must open that file, and when you are closing it, it is this operating system that closes the file. Then maintenance of files and directories. So it is responsible for maintaining the files that are stored or are kept on your computer hard disk. So it maintains them in a way that it allocates them to different locations. For example, if you want to keep some information in local disk C or local disk D, it is this operating system that gives it that location. Then there is memory management. The OS is responsible for managing the memory or the hard disk space on your computer. For example, you find you may need to create different partitions in your computer. So it is the work of this operating system that partitions that hard disk into different partitions. Then we have security. So the operating system is responsible for the security of your computer. For example, if you want to put passwords in your computer, it is this operating system that is responsible for making sure that the password is entering to the computer is the password that is stored or kept in the memory of the computer. Lastly, it provides a user interface. User interface is some kind of interaction interface that is helping you to access the operating system or the hardware. For example, if you want to type a letter, there is an interface, what you see on the screen, that is going to help you type that letter. Let us move on to what computer interface means. Here we are saying the user interface is the part of the software with which the user interacts with the computer. There are two types of interfaces. We have the graphical user interface and the command line interface, whereby the graphical user interface is a type of interface that has different menus. It has menu graphics and so on. For example, if I could show you here, what you are seeing here, all these ones, insert, design, all those ones are part of the graphical user interface. It has directions where you can click and complete your task. Then for command line interface, command line interface is the type of interface that a user uses by typing commands on the command line. Some of you may not know what command line is, but if I can show you here, if you want to see the command line, just type cmd. So this one is called the command line. So if you want to interact with the computer using command line, you just type here the command. You must be knowing the commands. For example, if I type help, so all these ones, what you are seeing here, all these ones, there are some commands that you can use when you are interacting via command line. So that is a command line interface. So those are the two interfaces. Then let us go ahead and try to look at some advantages and disadvantages of a graphical user interface. Advantages: one is graphical user interface provides users with the immediate visual feedback. For example, if you want to open a file, you just double click on that file and then you will see the feedback immediately without waiting for long. Then we have different applications usually have similar interfaces. If you look at the interface for Microsoft PowerPoint, and I try to open maybe Microsoft Word here, you will see these interfaces. You can see the interface here is more like the interface here, so they usually have some similarity. Then there is no need for you to memorize. These commands, because you will just be typing and moving on. Disadvantages: it requires more memory and faster processor. So since it has those graphics, it will require a lot of memory on your computer to run. Then command line instructions execute fast. So when you consider command line and graphical user interface, you will find that command line executes faster than the graphical user interface. So I want to leave some assignment. If you don't mind, you can try it out. You try to get for me the advantages and disadvantages of a command line interface. You can share them in the comment section or forward them to my inbox. If you have any questions, you can always leave the questions in the comment section. Otherwise, thank you for being a good audience. Remember to subscribe to my channel, that is MTech ICT Basics, and have a good day. Bye bye.